How's it going, guys, and welcome to Dark Souls 3. Well, more like short videos. So basically, I've never played Dark Souls 3, always wanted to play Dark Souls 3. I never got Dark Souls 3 because even on Steam, the goddamn game was like 60 bucks when this game came out in like 2018. So this is just more of a kind of intro like that. I've already defeated the bulldog guy over here. I don't remember what his goddamn name is. And I've defeated Index Gundur, the very first boss. So there's that. And as for Dark Souls series, I've pretty much, played Dark Souls 1, beaten Dark Souls 2, first time for Dark Souls 3, so still getting really used to that, especially the way that they pretty much combined certain stuff in Dark Souls 2, what they took away from Dark Souls 1, stuff like that. I did defeat the Uji Katana guy. I've always chose Spellcaster. That was the very first one I did in Dark Souls 2. Was playing Spellcaster, and then, of course, Dark Souls 3 I wanted to play Spellcaster. Dark Souls 1 I played the Knight. It took me roughly about 75 hours to beat Dark Souls 1. It took me 96 hours to beat Dark Souls 1, about 70 hours to beat Dark Souls 2. That's basically just exploring stuff like that. Let me get rid of this goddamn crossbow guy here. Oh, this might be... Gonna make it healed up here. And I've done like 37 challenge runs for Dark Souls 2. I always preferred Dark Souls 2 over Dark Souls 1. It was just less clanky. You didn't get stuck on a lot of shit. The bosses, they had some difficulty to them, but they weren't like, you were struggling to really beat this boss unless you did DLC, which for Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, I've never played the DLC. It just never really interested me to pretty much, after you just put in like 70 or 80 hours into just the main storyline game, and then it's like, here's DLC! And it has, more potency and more rage filled to it, and it was like, just not for me. I don't know, maybe I just missed out on a lot. I've watched, Lobos Jr. and Frank Cowboy do all that stuff. So, I've seen, what the difficulty could actually bring to the game, stuff like that. Relearning how to parry, especially relearning how to parry spear guys. Oh, and you got to witness the parry. These guys really don't offer too much anyways. There's a couple of Lothric guys up there. I got their armor. So we're going to, for most of these boss fights, if I remember to record them, or doing boss fights with other people too, which I'm trying to do with this guy. I did it once and then got stuck in a corner and died because I hadn't have stamina. So yeah, we're using the chainmail, Lothric armor, Lothric gloves, or sorcerer's gloves, and that. Oh, we're getting summoned. You may actually get to see a boss fight here. This is more of an intro video, but hey, why not? We'll add an additional boss fight where we're talking about our thoughts. So this guy's ice is something that's new to this game, and he's someone new. Oh, he summoned somebody else. Hey, what's up, guys? You're gonna be seeing this on YouTube, possibly. So he uses ice. He uses a mace. He's very somewhat tanky, but he goes into this rage mode where he just starts swarming in the entire arena. And in this game, ice basically chills you and drains your stamina, and you can get frostbitten too. So it makes it kind of really annoying. Something new they introduced to Dark Souls. Of course, you had hex and all that. I do apologize if the music's a little louder. I will turn that down if that's the case. But as a mage, we pretty much stand back here and just shoot him spells. I know, very exciting. He goes into his rage. When he goes in rage mode like that, I highly recommend you use some stamina and get the hell out of his way. Because he pulls some shit like that. Oh, and Vort the Boreal of the Boreal Valley is his name. And we just won that boss fight. And embers is a thing, not human effigies, or was it souls or something like that was used in Dark Souls 1. I'm trying not to make this video, but this usually intro videos like this for games like this will be like 20 minutes. So yeah, pretty much shows a mage. Got our embers restored, so we go back to being human-esque. I think we're still technically undead. Like I said, I pretty much watched all of Dark Souls 3. I've watched all the DLC. I know what the final boss is. Most bosses will be optional. From what I've seen, like the dancer that's in that room there, I know about that one. If you kill a lady, the dancer appears. We are not ready for bosses like that because I just don't have enough experience for Dark Souls 3 to know exactly every boss's weakness, what's going to be the best advantage against them, and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty much just, getting my feelers out in Dark Souls 3. I just got bored after beating Amnesia: The Dark Descent, so I wanted something new to play. And I do like, coming in the beginning of the game and helping out people who, hell, you may even play Dark Souls 3 100 times. You still see random people you want to summon into your game just to have a little bit of fun, give them a little bit of experience themselves or souls or whatever, something like that. So, but yeah, I used to do that a lot, especially in Dark Souls 2, when you're fighting the Rune Sentinels. That used to be like the big souls builder right there. You slap your name down right in front of the Rune Sentinels. You had to fight 3 bosses at once, stuff like that. Get the sorcerer guy. When it came to Dark Souls 1, I used to rock a pyromancy with the Ornstein boss armor, and then go over there and fight Seath because that was his weakness. I'll show that over here. So yeah, there's that. I'm pretty much going to mix it up, and I'm going to do a magic dex build. I think that'll be more things because I have the Uchi Katana. We're using the rapier right now. Oh, you dickhead. Backstabbed. And I think we're going to be rocking with that. When it comes to Dark Souls 3, I probably will not be doing a full blind walkthrough or playthrough, whatever you want to call it. Just because I know it's going to be a real long game, and I'm still trying to upload Skyrim. But when it comes to boss fights, I'll do boss fights. I may do them by myself. I may have people help me out. And, yeah, that's about it. But expanding from that franchise before we go, the other games I have never played is Sekiro, which I will never put on this channel, nor will I ever touch that goddamn game because it's all about parrying. Bloodborne will never happen unless Steam gets it, because last I checked, it's still for PlayStation. I will never own another PlayStation ever again. And Demon Souls, the original Demon Souls and the remastered Demon Souls, neither one, I don't have a PlayStation 1, nor do I have an emulator for that. And like I said, I will never play a PlayStation ever again, so. This asshole with the goddamn crossbows pissing me off. So yeah, if it's like Soul-esque type of game, then I might consider playing it either off screen or first, playthrough or walkthrough or whatever. But otherwise, no. I was even debating with Dark Souls 2. I'm just like, as well as versed experience I am in that goddamn game, I'm still trying to upload videos from Skyrim, and I still have like 80 videos of those, so I just don't have time to, put up another whole series and try to get that uploaded and stuff like that, especially with summertime rolling around again. But either way, apologize if this video was over 20 minutes, but yeah, it's an intro to my thing, my thoughts, Dark Souls 3 at my moments right now, and I'll probably continue to put more Dark Souls 3 content out. It's just more shorter videos of helping boss fights and stuff like that. Alright, I'll see you guys then.